welcome to Space Oddities. Thank you for joining us on this Monday evening or morning or night or whatever the time is where you are. So we're gathered today for the launch of Starship Test Flight 11, which is now just over 20 minutes away. Joined this evening by Daz and Roger. How are you?
Lovely, thank you. Lovely, thank you.
Good.
All good.
So,
all good here.
What are we looking forward to then? Because in many ways, this is the end of an era, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because now they're moving on to bigger and better things.
Absolutely.
Once this comes on, I mean, the thing is, they need to this to be another success. I mean, 10 was a success virtually. There was a few little crabby points, especially with re-entry and parts burning through, but it did what it had to do. It landed safely in the sea. It hovered. So yeah, as you said, it's and also didn't somebody say earlier that this is the last launch from this launch tower?
Yes.
Well, yes. This is the last launch from the current launch mount, because this is the last flight of the Block 2 Starship. The next flight will be Block 3, the new design of Starship, which is bigger and better and more powerful and can carry more payload. And because of that, the existing launch platform cannot any longer be used. So this is the last flight from this launch platform and the last flight of the Block 2 Starship. Of course, the big question is when we get on to Block 3, what sort of problems are they going to experience? Let's hope they don't have the same problem with Block 3 that they've had with the Block 2, with so many failed flights.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that, guys?
Well, like I say, once you change, I mean, this is one of the things I've been a little bit critical of. Although this is exciting, I love watching this all happen, and a bit critical, but that every time they just do so many changes. I mean, I can understand why they've done them, but it just adds more complication to what was, to the complications they had previous flight, because now they're testing out new things, which again could go wrong. But no, it's really. I mean, also one of the other things is this booster was actually being reflown. It's was used on Flight 8 when it was captured. So this is again another big test for this. It's just, we just got our fingers crossed. I mean, things have got to start going right with this, because it's falling way behind schedule now. Knowing Elon, once he gets things sorted out, he'll just keep testing, and regain some of that ground. Yeah, we need to sort of, like, I mean, again, they've removed tiles from strategic places to test the re-entry. So we're probably going to see some burn through in other different places from last time. And I think that the weak point is the flaps. I mean, they seem to be, every time that it comes back, it tends to burn through on the hinges. So where there's a slight gap, and of course that's where it's like water. If there's a small gap, it's going to find it and it's going to go through it. Or hydrogen, even. You know how bad hydrogen is. If it can find a way out, it'll find a way out, because it's such a small atom. But it's well, like I said, we've just got to keep our fingers crossed. We've got to get beyond the testing stage now, and start thinking about getting these things into space and actually doing something. Because again, they're launching some dummy satellites. I think it's 8 this time. I can't remember how many they done last time.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be able to watch that PEZ dispenser working, which seemed to work almost flawlessly. Just some of the dummy satellites did clip the edge of the doorway as they went out. So it's just a distribution problem. They've just got to tighten up on when they push it out, so that it goes out level rather than just tilt slightly. But yeah, I mean, I just find these things so exciting. So whatever happens, it's. I mean, like, as we always say, it's always data, data, data as well.
And in
And
terms
even if
of
it fails, they're going to get data. They're going to get something from it.
yeah, and in terms of what we're actually going to see tonight, it's going to be a rerun of Flight 10, but with a few differences. Again, the booster is not going to be caught by the launch tower because they're trying another flight profile for the re-entry of the booster, so it will be splashing down in the Gulf of Mexico. The Starship itself is going to go through a few different maneuvers. The crucial thing for the Starship, again, is the relight of the Raptor engine in orbit, which is a crucial part of the whole flight. But other than that, things will be pretty much the same. As you said, the release of the 8 dummy Starlink satellites to test the system for releasing Starlinks. And as you said, we hope that this time the flaps, the hinges on the flaps, don't burn through. Although obviously last time they didn't do so nearly as much as on previous flights. The forward flaps seem to be okay because they've moved the position of the forward flaps on the fuselage, so they're nearer the, if you like, the top of the fuselage if you look at it sideways. And also the crucial thing obviously is to bring the Starship down for another splashdown in the Indian Ocean, and we'll just have to see how it goes. So we're looking at the propellant load at the moment. They're well underway with the load of the propellant. So we're now looking at what is it, about 16 minutes before launch, and things appear to be progressing well. The countdown clock is still ticking away, and as you can see, a lot of vapor going on there. Let's just give you a bigger look at that so that we can see exactly what's going on. And there we are. Daz, do you want to maximize that?
You'll have to maximize. Are we using yours?
No, we're using yours.
No, mine isn't turned. Is mine?
Oh, okay. All right, that's no problem.
So that's. So let me just maximize this on this side, and then we'll use mine. Keep yours in the background.
Right, so we're just getting ourselves
okay,
organized.
All right. So. So if we concentrate on that one, if we can get that one up, just go. Yeah. There we go. Okay.
That's great. Okay. Right. Beautiful day for the launch by the look of it.
Yeah, beautiful evening. That's the sun setting. So
yeah, absolutely. Gorgeous weather. Doesn't appear to be much wind. Looking at the ascent of the vapor there from the tank farm, doesn't appear much wind at all, and things are looking well. We're now nearly 15 minutes before the launch, and things are progressing well. So
I mean, we know this is supposed to be launching around 12:15, but of course we're running a bit of a delay because of the restreaming of it. So the clock won't exactly match up. So 14 minutes, that'll make it about 20, nearly 20 past.
Something like that. Yeah,
something
absolutely.
Like that, yeah. Or 25 past. So, yeah.
We're joining NASA spaceflight this evening for the coverage of the mission, and there are a lot of anxious SpaceX people, as always, because they have to prove that they broke their run of bad luck with Flight 10. They weren't just lucky, so this has to be by design, this flight, if it's successful. They have to make sure that they've got a reliable system for getting stuff into low Earth orbit. Of course, this is not an orbital flight. This is a suborbital flight. So we have yet to see Starship actually get into orbit on an orbital trajectory. But this is all part of the test program, of course. I suspect that with Block 3, they will go orbital from the first flight. But that's just my opinion, because I don't see much point in actually flying Block 3 on a suboptimal path, And as to when they're going to start catching the Starship with the Mechazilla arms, Elon Musk has said it's going to be next year, but early next year, he said. But of course, this is the last flight of 2025 tonight. The next flight, Flight 12, as we presume it will be called, will probably not be till after Christmas, because now they've got to finish the second launch tower, which you can see there to the right, with its flame diverter and everything associated with that. They've got to finish that, and they've got to roll out the new Block 3 Starship, which is a good few meters taller than what you're looking at the moment. And that's going to take a while, so we're not expecting any flights before Christmas. And early in the new year, we hope to see the first flight of the Block 3. So this is what we've got to look forward to. So it will be a break of a few months after tonight's flight, but I'm sure it will be worth it once they start launching the Block 3. As Daz said, they are behind schedule. There has been a lot of talk over the last couple of years of NASA ditching SpaceX for the human landing system, the job of actually landing people on the moon, in favor of a suggestion by Blue Origin with their Blue Moon lander. They have a plan to do it with not one Blue Moon landers, but two. And but we can talk about that another time. But for now, we just want to wait for these 11 minutes before the launch. We'll be going over to launch audio before too long, just to listen to the last few minutes before launch. And
yeah, because I mean, you were talking about sorry, Andy, you were talking about Blue Origin, but of course, with Blue Origin, as with the New Glenn and everything that was here, it's all being done secretively, so we don't even know how far they are in the development of their new moon lander.
No, that's right.
So that's right. And it's, you know, we're in the dark as regards that.
Dad, could you just refresh your NASA space flight, because the video is starting to get jerky.
Let's have a look. As I said, I'm running this on a different machine, so
if not,
just bear with us.
We'll go over to my feed if it doesn't get any better. It's getting very jerky now. Yeah, that's stopped. It's very jerky
now, but it is still jerky.
Okay, let me try mine. Can you just take yours off the screen for a moment?
I will do it. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. That's the one on off. Woo! Handy.
Okay, one moment. There we are. That appears to be okay. Let me just do the business with this one. Okay, how's that look?
So, do you want to enlarge it in the panel, or just keep us on there as well?
Just keep us on there for the moment. Yeah, we've still got another 9 minutes nearly to go. This whole business of using the Starship to land people on the moon with Artemis 3, apparently lots of people at NASA have come to the realization that it's just not practical to use the Starship because of all of the mammoth tasks that SpaceX have got ahead of them, with perfecting the orbital refuel of the Starship that they haven't even attempted yet. And that has to come next year if they're still going to carry on preparing Starship to go to the moon, to land people on the moon. And there are lots of things ahead of SpaceX that they haven't even tried. And to be honest, as we've said before, Starship is not an ideal vehicle to land people on the moon because it's massively tall, it's top heavy. The landing area will, of course, be at the south pole of the moon, which is not a flat area. There aren't many flat surfaces at the south pole of the moon. It's quite a hilly, mountainous area. And Starship is not ideally suited for landing on uneven surfaces. It can land on a concrete landing pad without any problems. They've proved that, although admittedly only once. But it's a totally new vehicle, and they're meant to be mounting a test run to the moon with an uncrewed Starship by the end of next year. And as I said, they haven't even attempted the orbital refueling, which could see, depending on who you listen to, as many as 16 Starship launches just to refuel the lunar Starship in orbit. And the reason for that is that once you put the lunar Starship into orbit, its fuel begins to boil off quite rapidly. And every time it moves into sunlight, the heat of the sun boils off the fuel. So you have to keep topping it up. So they'll need a whole fleet of Starships, up to maybe 16, just to fill it with fuel before it can set off from the moon. And that has to be done over a period of a couple of weeks if they want to fully refuel it. So to launch 16 Starships over a couple of weeks and pray that all of them successfully manage to refuel or top up the Starship's fuel without any problems at all is a bit of a tall order, to be quite honest. Even if things go 90% well, it's still a tall order. So, you know, it's a bit of a mad scheme, if you ask me. And I think NASA are slowly coming around to this realization as well, that the way the lunar Starship is meant to work is not going to be a good system for putting people on the moon.
Well, as you said, I mean, you've got the boil off while it's actually in orbit and sort of like refueling. Well, you've still got that boil off as it's on its way to, and as it lands and as it comes back. So you've got to really have quite a lot of fuel in there. I'd just like to also point out, I know it's an artifact in the lens, but I just want to put it out there. Can you see Andromeda in a comet?
Yes. Yeah, it's a lens flare.
That'll get people talking.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
On the other hand, the Blue Origin plan calls for 2 landers, one to be placed on the moon ahead of people getting there. That will be the return vehicle, and there will be another Blue Moon lander to land people on the moon, and then they will transfer to the other Blue Moon lander to take off and take them back to lunar orbit.
Yeah. I mean, I can remember, I think last time when we looked at it, the Blue Moon, they actually had 3 Blue Moon landers, all called Blue Moon, which was confusing as anything. One was a small resupply sort of like ship. Another one was a bigger one, and then of course you had the actual lander which would carry the astronaut. So it gets a bit confused when they talk about the Blue Moon. You think, well, which one are they talking about?
Well, there's Blue
3.
Moon Mark 1 and there's Blue Moon Mark 2. There's not going to be time. The Blue Moon Mark 2 is way down the line, perhaps 2029, 2030. So what they're talking about doing is modifying Blue Moon Mark 1 as being able to carry people, that is to put in a crew cabin and life support systems, because Blue Moon Mark 1 is only a cargo carrier. So they need to transform it into a human rated lander.
Because I said we just don't know how far ahead is it, where they've actually got to, because it's also so secret. I mean, not only they can't just slap a few seats in and that's it, because you've got to have a full life support system.
Yeah, absolutely.
in everything. So it's because I can remember with the Blue Moon lander that they had a sort of like diagrams and schematics of. Actually had the engine running right down through the center of the cabin of the astronauts' living quarters and all that. And I thought, I don't know whether I'd like to go. But I wonder if they'll put a sticker on there: "Do not touch, hot."
Well, I think whichever way you look at it, the Artemis plan is a complete mess. It really.
I've said right from the thing is, you can go back all the years that when they first come up with it. I said it's far too complicated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they've got rid of the gateway now, which was, as far as I'm concerned, surplus to requirements.
Yeah.
But they left it so long, and they've upset a few of their
partners,
allies, and that who were helping them out. So,
right.
So we're nearly
okay,
there.
what we're going to do now is the last 2 minutes. We're going to listen into the commentary, courtesy of NASA spaceflight.
I'm only hearing good words. It looks like everything is ready to go. No expecting any holds or anything at the T-minus 40-second mark. Whew. And it's gonna fly through,
Alex,
right?
Deep breaths.
Deep breaths. So for those that may not know the process, at T-minus 40 seconds, they go through that gate, right? That T-minus 40-second hold point, optional point. They don't expect to take that. Then they'll fly through. At T-minus 25 seconds, we get the detonation suppression system, this mist of water under the launch mount. Then the deluge system kicks in at T-minus 10 seconds. Engine ignition a few seconds later. Liftoff. The booster will head east over the Gulf. We're going to get, hopefully, that max Q vapor, right? That vapor cone. And hopefully we get through hot staging at T plus 2.5 minutes. Boy, we're getting there.
There's a lot going on.
And I know we got a minute left here, but the hot staging ring will not be a feature in the future. Is that right?
Well, they'll still have that hot staging ring, but it'll be integrated into the booster's design, so it won't be jettisoned. It'll be a reusable part of the vehicle. It's not a reusable part of this vehicle, though, however, because unfortunately for Booster 15 and Ship 38, it is the end of the road for these two vehicles. We are now going through that T-minus 40-second point. We should be moving through, of course, those updates that Alex is listening into.
We are going for it.
All right. Here we go, under 30 seconds now, and SpaceX confirming we are going through that hold point, approaching 20 seconds in the count, and SpaceX is go for launch. We're go for launch. Everyone in chat, you've got to be go for launch. Keep an eye on the orbital launch mount, because for one final time, here comes that detonation suppression system, and here comes the deluge. Should be flowing up out of the plate. Here it comes. Here's ignition.
Oof. Wow.
There we go.
There we go.
And remember, this is the second flight for this booster. There's the diamonds and the exhaust.
Let's see how many Raptors are lit.
It looks like they're all lit. They look quite...
Beautiful Mac diamonds there.
Yeah.
Do we have 33? Looks like it. Difficult to tell from this angle, but that's definitely 33.
All lit.
All lit.
All lit. And we're off.
The
last time in 2025, Starship has lifted off successfully. Wow.
That's more like it.
And as we pass through 60 seconds into flight, we can hear the roar of 33 Raptor engines rolling across South Texas, arriving at our microphones. That is a beautiful final ascent from Pad 1 at Starbase, and we are pitching downrange, rolling as expected, headed to hot staging of Booster 15 and Ship 38, and we are now starting to see the vapor expanding off the exhaust of Super Heavy. As the vehicle gets higher, the atmosphere gets thinner, there's less pressure pushing in on that Mega Mark diamond, and that's why the exhaust starts to expand. I mean, just look at this beautiful shot from, I believe, the rocket ranch, approaching 1 minute and 40 seconds, a beautiful ascent, continuing to push towards hot staging. Just beautiful, beautiful final ascent.
Absolutely perfect ascent. Yep, we should see now the roll for hot staging. They roll sort of heads up position for.
Wow, that's fantastic, isn't it,
Really
guys?
is. That is. So that's proves that the boosters can be reused.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
that
As
I
you
mean,
said, this one used before on flight 8.
Yeah.
It flew on flight 8. This is the second flight because flight 10 used a booster that had flown before as well. So this is 2 flights now successfully using a booster for the second time. We've got no idea what the projected maximum number of reuses for the Super Heavy booster is. Don't think SpaceX know themselves, to be quite honest. But so far, looking good. We're looking straight down the exhaust now.
Oh,
here we go. It's the
here we go for the hot stage. Here we go.
Here we go for hot staging.
There we are, separated.
And separation.
Yay.
the boosters kicked away. So
Yep. The booster's done its kickback.
Yeah.
It'll be turning over now. Starship ascending into the upper atmosphere.
yeah, because it'll keep going up, gaining altitude for a little while, just under its own momentum. You might see the odd few jets, to align itself. There you go. That's lovely.
Oh, beautiful.
And watch the schematics at the bottom. You'll see which engines are lit. So it's still got. So the booster's still got engines lit. Looks like there could be one out in a ring.
Let me just. I can't see from here. Just let me turn the captions off.
Yeah, we need to. That looks like they've got the engines on the booster.
Looking good.
Oh, that was an unusual view. What was that?
Booster on the left, Starship on the right. Some beautiful views there. Why don't we just take this opportunity to see who's about? Hi, Kev. Hi, Kenneth. Hi, Nihon God Dragon. Nice to see you. Paul, nice to see you.
Kev's in as well. Kev Earp. Hi, Kev.
Yep, Kev's there. If you have any questions, guys, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat.
Here comes the
We'll
booster.
do our very best to answer. The booster now descending at quite a frightening rate.
And you can see the
hot staging ring there.
There.
Yeah. Billy No Mate says, well, they might still be working on the vehicle, but they've really sussed the cameras.
Yeah.
Many a true word spoken in jest, Billy.
Amazing what you can do with GoPros. It's sticky tape. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
they've certainly got the video perfect, haven't they? Thanks to the Starlink relays. Wow. I wouldn't like to be under that.
No, I saw a replay of what the very first catch they did from a distance. It was from one of the viewing points, and from a distance you could see the rate of knots that the thing was actually coming in. You just wouldn't believe that it was actually, with a few seconds of firing of the engines, how quickly it slowed down. So of course, remember, this is splashing down in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
So there should be a hover. Oh, who put the tree there? So there should be a hover just before it comes in. Here we go.
Here we are. There's the landing burn.
Here we go.
And of course, there will be an explosion, everybody, because when the hot metal meets the sea. Look, it's hovering lovely. Look at that.
Perfect.
Look at that hover. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah, there we go. So there will be.
And sploosh. That's going to be a big bang. Oh, here we go.
Wow. There we go.
That's what happens when hot metal meets a cold sea.
Yes.
I don't think they'll be retrieving that somehow.
No.
There seems to be quite a bit of debris from that one. So, but yeah. So although it looks like it was a failure, it's not. That was perfect. They were after cover, and then just to lower it into.
The objective for this flight was to try another angle of descent. If you remember, on flight 9, it blew up before reaching the sea because they were really pushing it to see how steeply they could booster down without losing it, and they found out. On flight 10, it was at a more shallow angle, but they're trying. They've tried today another angle of attack, if you like, coming back through the atmosphere to try and bring the booster down and expend as little fuel as possible. So there we are, and we're now looking at the Starship in orbit, and beautiful shot, absolutely beautiful shot. Everything appears to be under control, functioning normally.
All 6 engines are running.
Yeah.
Bit of a break up a picture there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that gorgeous view.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember, these cameras are usually stuck on the ends of the wings, so you can usually sometimes see them move and change direction. So, was that shut down? Did they cut away too soon from the SpaceX? What's this all about?
What's happening here?
I don't know. We lost it. There seemed to be some.
Whoa.
I think we've lost it. Which is
Oh dear.
Can you put the sound on, Andy? Just see if we can.
Yeah.
Or is this a replay of some sort?
Let's find out.
By the way, huge shout out to them. This is just absolutely spectacular footage. A beautiful final send off for the final V2 from Pad 1. It can't get any better than this.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, that's amazing.
Look at that.
So I'd say we're off to a good start.
They did say we might.
And you can see that on board this Ship 38. It is into its trajectory. Next stop is the Indian Ocean, Lon. Oh, yeah. I'll take a deep breath and hand it back over to you from here. 10 minutes into flight.
All right, so we are 10 minutes in, and yeah, we'll let you collect yourself there. Some ice coming off, but that's to be expected. So it looks like they're doing some tests of all the entry activities here as they're getting ready for shutdown in a minute. So, wow, Alex. So these got it again. Look at this, and this is.
Yeah, so that was just the jellyfish that we've seen many times.
Yeah.
The Falcon 9s, of course, as the exhaust plumes catch the sunlight, giving us this fantastic effect. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's some big lenses there. Oh,
certainly is.
Is that cut off? No.
I mean, I'm not being critical really, but I mean, I don't want to see these views. I want to see the.
I want to see the views from the side.
Yeah. Of the engine bay.
There we are.
We're still going. So we're still under. I take it the engines are off now.
Yeah.
Or is there one just?
We can't see the number of engines now.
No. So I'm assuming all the engines are off now. And you can see the attitude in the second image on the from the right in the bottom. The attitude and the orientation. Because I remember last time it turned virtually all the way north to dispense the mock satellites.
Yes. So that should be coming up in a few minutes.
So of course, we're moving into the night time as well. So
looking forward to seeing the Pez dispenser spit out those dummy satellites again.
Yeah, we've got about 6 minutes before it starts. That according to the list I've got.
Right.
But one thing I did notice, they're not doing an engine relight like they did last time. The next time the engines will be used is on the landing berm.
Really? They're not doing a relight?
A relight of the Raptor engines, no. So it's strange because I thought, well, this is a shorter list than normal, and I've noticed that that's disappeared off of the.
Well, that must be a fairly last-minute change because it was definitely on the schedule last week.
Well, I printed this off last night, and
time will tell.
Oh, we can see some cities.
Look at that sunset.
Cities, look.
Unbelievable.
Oh, look at those.
You're right, Paul. It's fantastic.
Wonder if those people have got the sense to look up now.
Yeah.
See something bright passing above them.
Things are looking good. There we are. S38 on the side.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen that before, have we? The actual number?
No, not like that. But it also looks like. Sorry, I was just going to say, I think they've changed the exposures because we couldn't used to be able to see these views. So, I mean, it looks like they've changed the exposure so we can get a glimpse of something. As you said, we haven't seen the S38 and the numbers on the side before.
No.
So it's only just a little way off now before we do the. Actually, they haven't showed us any pictures from inside the hold, have they, this time? So far?
Not so far, no.
We've got a bit of a breakup.
Trying to get through. It's amazing that we can see these views at all.
Yeah, and it's amazing we can see it come back into the atmosphere because the way it's set up and using the Starlink satellites, where they get virtually almost uninterrupted. There is some breakup and things like that, but it's virtually all uninterrupted. Returns.
Do you know what I'm most happy about?
What's that, mate?
What?
At the moment, Starship is stable. How many times did we get to this point and then it started rolling and
you can see its attitude is now enormous pointing north. I don't think we're going to get pictures from inside because I think that's the camera they're trying to go to.
Could be.
The only one to malfunction, which is annoying. Because that was quite spectacular watching all that mechanism working.
Yeah.
As it was dispensing with the.
Well, give them time.
Or is that the? Does it say? It says payload demo. Payload demo start. It's at 18:28.
Which is in about 3 minutes.
Yeah. But it has, if you look just above the numbers and slightly to the left in the center of the ship, have they opened the door? Does that look like the door's open?
Difficult to tell.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and have a look, see if that's something that's opened.
It's in about the right place.
Yeah. Maybe we're going to view them.
Here we are. There we are. That's because you said.
Yeah. They're listening in on us. But I loved watching all this mechanism and all this machinery working last time. You can see the chains and the cogs working to move them up and down and move them towards the door and slip them out. So obviously the door is not open yet.
No.
You've got slight wisps of vapor there.
Yeah.
But at least we haven't got any snow floating around, which was
No, exactly. Yes.
an indication that there was a fuel leak on
Fuel leak into the hold
flight
itself.
8, flight 9.
I think it was flight 8. No, it might be 9. But yeah,
Oh, you can see the illumination of the door open there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The lights are on.
They're opening the door. Look, you can see it moving.
Yeah.
What fun, eh? What larks.
Yes. Absolute whiz.
Oh.
So that's looking away from the door, obviously.
Yeah. I thought the door was on the right, but I'm looking at it, it's like cabling, so that'll teach me. But,
perhaps
like
the camera that couldn't get working was the one on the side facing the door.
Could well be.
Yeah.
But we'll still be able to see it operate to us.
We're 18 minutes into flight and everything looking good. Don't forget, viewers, if you have any questions, comments, insults, anything, put them in the chat.
So it should be about 18:28 that it should start its demonstration.
Yep.
So we got both views, so we should be able to see them pop out. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's more like, that's better.
Yeah. Waiting for the Pez dispenser to creak into life.
Are they going to...
While we're waiting, just a reminder of our live stream later this evening at 8 p.m. UK time, as always. And here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, this is it. Things are moving. Oh, here we go. First one.
Pushing up.
All right.
That's strange. Do you think that image on the left is frozen? No, it's not frozen. Oh, here we go.
No, you can see it moving.
Now you can see it going out. Yay.
Yeah.
And one away.
Yeah. If you look on the right hand side, you can see the chains moving and the cogs moving.
Yeah.
So
how?
It's picking up the second one.
None of them have hit the edge of the door yet.
Touch wood, yeah. They're going out really straight this time, aren't they? Whereas before they were just like angle, slight tilt. And of course, these are just dummies. They're the same weight and size as
the real thing.
As the Starlink satellites. But these will actually, they've been designed that are just burn up in the atmosphere when they return. So there's no hazards or no waste. They're not going to be left floating around in space causing more junk. So
and they'll be over water anyway.
Yeah. But you can see all these little movements it's making before it just prepares to shove the next one out. And of course, they're saying that this is sort of like designed that it's going to carry up to 100 plus of these Starlinks. So that's going to be a lot of shoving. There we go.
Wow.
There we go.
How?
Yeah, they're definitely going out a lot smoother this time.
Yeah, they are.
Nice and gently.
when you hope those chains don't jam or anything.
Oh, shush.
Well, that's it. I mean, they must be sort of like using special lubricants and things like that, so it won't freeze.
Yeah.
Because it's not exactly ideal weather for mechanical grease up there. So, but I mean, of course, once they get this sorted out, you'll probably find they'll also speed up the process as well. As I said, this is all testing, but then this is the second time they've done this. So, and it seems to be a lot smoother, a lot. As I said, the satellites are going out quite really smoothly this time. As we just said before, there was for some reason there'd just be a little kick and they'd just tilt them up a little bit and they'd just catch the edge of the door. So, but we can see from the back of on the left hand shot when they leave the actual thing, you can see they're going out dead straight. I've probably just jinxed
It's a shame we haven't got that external view. Oh,
there it is.
And it appears. There it is.
They are listening to us.
Yeah. As they should.
Yes. There's only a few left. And the next.
There you go. You can just see them leaving. There they go.
Yay.
There it goes.
Aha. Slow and steady.
Yeah, they're really. I think this can be ticked off as again another success of the another milestone met.
Yeah.
Again, I'd just like to thank everybody for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys.
For anybody who's just joined us, we're at the stage where the Starship is deploying 8 dummy satellites. You can see the mechanism on the left, and when you see it push it out, you'll be able to see a faint shadow of it leaving the door. As if you look at the bright little curve, there it goes.
And there it goes. Wow.
There it goes. So,
and
this time it seems to be a lot smoother and a lot more gentle, so that they're not tilting and catching the side of the door. So, and as we said, all these flights, successful or a disaster, or they're all still providing data. Everything's being monitored, literally, and every time something happens, data's being broadcast back down to SpaceX. So if there is a disaster, they've got all the information they need to find out what went wrong, and how to fix it. But as we said, as Andy said earlier, this is the last flight of the Type 2 boosters, and they will be replacing it with a Type 3. So next flight could be something completely different. And we've completed the test by the looks of it. And you can see the top of the fuel dome on the underneath the mechanism there. And just to prove a point, it says views by Starlink.
Of course.
Bit of self-advertising. You can see they're happy.
And the door is now closing.
Door is now closing.
Yep.
So again, that's another milestone.
Yep.
Right. So what have we got next? I do apologise.
What's that?
At 37:49 in flight, it says Raptor in space relight demo. So they are doing it. I do apologise.
I thought they were.
I misled everyone.
Oh dear.
I couldn't see the wood for the trees there.
You're fired.
That's all right. I'll pick up my check on the way out. So,
right.
so yeah, that was fantastic.
So we've got another, what, 10 minutes before that?
Well, we've got
Thereabouts.
it's at the relight is at 37:49.
Yeah, 10 minutes then.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then 10 minutes later, it's they start the re-entry, and that's when things get really exciting.
Things start glowing.
Yes, and hopefully not burning.
So far, so good.
Melt.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yep, the door's shut. So that's another achievement. That's one off the list.
Well, thank you, Paul. Yes, we do like to cover these launches. They're always guaranteed excitement. And yes, we'll see you later on. Paul's looking forward to the show later on.
Yes.
So
And
here we
on the
go.
live stream,
Here we Podway doors shut.
Yeah. And on the live stream tonight, we will be looking at Comet 3i Atlas, which is still very much in the news. The comet is now heading behind the sun. We're not going to see it again till December. But with the rising tide of misinformation about the comet, we thought we would set the record straight and give you the facts to arm you against all the nonsense that there is on the internet about the comet. There was a video I saw I didn't watch it, but I saw it was on YouTube today, claiming that Comet 3i Atlas is monitoring Earth's communications. So this is what we're up against, folks. So we're going to tell you all about the comet, going to give you the facts and figures and why this is a very unusual comet, but nonetheless still a comet and not an alien spaceship, not Jesus coming back to Earth for the rapture, which is another one that I saw. And we'll just give you the lowdown on the comet. And it is a very unusual comet. But of course, it would be strange if it weren't an unusual comet, because it is from another star system and has formed in a completely different environment to the comets that we see in the solar system. So we'll tell you all about that and a few other things this evening as well. So that's 8 p.m. here on the channel, 8 p.m. UK, that is, here on the channel. We hope you can join us for our normal Tuesday live stream. So they're just going to go through the merch. So let's just get us back. There we are. And while NASA spaceflight are going through that, any thoughts, Baz and Roger?
Well, let Rog go first.
Well, it's all gone absolutely swimmingly so far, and we can only hope that the flaps will obey what they wanted it to do. So hopefully we won't see any meltdowns or holes or bits falling off. But it's all gone absolutely perfect so far. So I think they finally got it all sorted in the last flight for this.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the worrying thing. It's the last flight for this setup. It's all new again next time, and hopefully all the things that they've learned here will transfer directly into the new bigger ship, and it'll run smoothly again. But as we said, we got to wait until next year now. It'll be after Christmas sometime. So yes, but that was exciting. I mean, it was lovely to see the reused booster work again. Perfect engine. All the engines worked. The flight back and the landing at sea worked lovely. I mean, it hovered for so long. You know, it was beautiful to watch. And then to just drop it into the sea, it's a bit unceremonial, but c'est la vie. That's what it is. But they've got all this data again, so and hopefully things will move on. But as we said, that the whole system at the moment is it's under pressure. It's under pressure, so we've got to because of what they require this thing to do. So the sooner they get it sorted and everything, all his ducks in the line, then we can concentrate on other things. Because remember this, I mean, yes, we're talking about the moon landings, but the desired aim is Mars.
Yes.
So it like I said, we spoke about the moon, the Artemis system, and as I said, it's all for me. It's always been a dead duck. I would love to see people back on the moon because I was there for the very first man. We were, all of us here, were to see
we know
man on
we
the
were
moon.
there.
Yeah. So it's and I'd love to have been able to see it, but unfortunately, the way things are going, I think I'm going to have to wait until my next life.
Oh.
We will see. We will see. But yeah, but like I said, the main aim of this eventually is to head for Mars. But we've got to do far more research into long haul flights, radiation exposures, and things like that. So there's a lot we've got to go through. I mean, to be quite honest, with the Artemis thing, I mean, I still don't know where exactly we stand with the EVA suits. I know we had mock-ups made by Prada, if I remember rightly. So it comes with matching handbag and sequins and things like that. But we don't know. Have they actually built a working suit that's been tested in vacuums and real harsh conditions? I don't know if you know anything, Andy. If you've seen anything.
What was that? Sorry, I was doing something.
He's zoned out.
I was playing solitaire.
Yeah. No, whether or not whether the actual EVA suits
No, I haven't heard anything.
No,
haven't heard anything.
I mean it just seems all we hear about is things being cancelled, but nothing how things have advanced.
So in terms of Block 3, Block 3 will be about 8 meters taller, the Super Heavy booster, and we'll have the same number of engines, 33. Block 4, I think, is meant to have 36, but the Block 3 Super Heavy will have 33 engines. But because they're Raptor 3s and not Raptor 2s, the new version of the Raptor, that will give them a 22% increase in thrust. So there'll be a lot more power behind the Block 3 Super Heavy booster. So that should be quite spectacular to watch. And we will, of course, bring it to you on Space Oddities sometime in the first couple of weeks of January. The next flight is scheduled for. So we've got a long time to wait, but it will be worth it. And that will be using the new launch tower with its flame trench that they have spent the last several months building, which is now nearing completion. I bet they wish they'd done that in the first place, but these things are all very well in the benefit of hindsight. So ship entry is beginning. That's.
I thought they were supposed to do the Raptor relight engine. Relight. We haven't seen that. Okay then. Oh, so we're beginning
it's not due till 37, is it? So.
Exactly, but the relight was supposed to be 37:49. So yeah, so we've got a couple of minutes. But so I'm supposing they're saying it's actually starting its I'd like to see, because if you look underneath where it says ship entry beginning, you can see the ship's reorientated itself, and it's pointing west now, pointing more west, ready for its re-entry. Everything, because like I said before, we did get used for a while to seeing that that little indicator start spinning around and doing things. So is that no, that's just a thing. So.
Paul says it's a replay.
Oh, okay then.
Thank you, Paul. So they should be coming up on the Raptor relight. soon.
Yeah, so there should be a relight in about a minute or so's time.
Yeah. Yeah, that was quite a look at that.
Yeah.
So again, they have removed some of the heat tiles on the Starship in different places this time to try and work out where the problems are.
Yeah, this is a replay you can see now.
Yeah. Adversely affected than others. They've given up the idea of using the metal heat tiles that we saw on the last flight because of they basically didn't work. As we saw, they turned the Starship a lovely shade of orange when they oxidized. But
exactly, yeah.
But that's an orange Starship is not fine enough what they were aiming for. So heat tiles, the metal heat tiles have failed. So some of the heat tiles on this ship 38, they're using a new method to
there we go. Just reigniting the engine.
And there it goes. Fantastic.
Goes, yeah.
So that's another one ticked off. The what they're doing with the new system is they're basically surrounding the tile with a sort of a buffer, so that heat can't get into the gap between the tiles, which is of course a major problem. So they've got this thing that looks like basically a paper plate going around the edge of the tiles to it's not made of paper, I shouldn't think, to stop the plasma getting that really hot plasma at over 1500 degrees getting into the gap between the tiles. So we'll have to see how that works. I'm not quite sure where on the Starship those are positioned, but
yeah, there wasn't much information about where they removed them from this time.
No.
Looks like they're rotating its the actual ship itself.
Yeah.
Getting it ready for its re-entry. But yeah, you were talking about the tiles. Well, the thing is, the tiles have got to survive totally if this is going to be reusable and have a quick turnaround. Because you can't take it into the big hangar at assembly bay and then take off the damaged tiles and put them back on again.
No, exactly.
And also, at the moment, they're having to replace the flaps. Then you're not going to get the quick turnaround. So
oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Lovely streak across the sky.
That's yeah, so yeah, for the quick turnaround you've got to have at least damage to be caused to on re-entry, so you can turn it around quickly. And of course they were talking, I was listening earlier on because the NASA spaceflight boys have been on virtually all day, doing literally almost 12 hours I think they've probably done. And I was listening to them and they were talking about it and they were saying one of the problems is, I mean, especially when they go to Florida, they're going to have to build a VAB there for the Starship. Because the VAB they got for the Falcon 9s are, when they're serviced and everything else, they're actually let down.
Yeah.
And when they're assembled, whereas you can't do that with the Starship. I would be interested to see what would happen to a Starship if you did lay it down, because we know that this stainless steel isn't that thick. Would it crush under its own weight? It just seems a bit
like the old Atlas.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so they got to build a big VAB there as well. Then they also said where are they going to store all these boosters? Because if they want quick turnarounds, they're going to have loads of them. So they're going to have to make a mega bay. So there's still a lot of logistics that's got to go in for them to be able to get the cadency that they're looking for.
Absolutely.
So they've got a long way to go, but it's getting there. Baby steps. But as we said, it just needs to needs some sorting out. That's all we get. Hopefully, we'll be able to play a bit of catch up if things start to go right. But as we said, literally come the next flight, it's a brand new ship. So fingers crossed for that. Let's just hope everything transfers over. So, but as you said, it's a new engine. It's taller, so it's going to be heavier, but the engine's got the extra power. It should be able to lift it, no trouble. And there's going to be a lot of changes. It'll be exciting times again.
Absolutely.
So where are we now? We're at 42. So in about 5 minutes' time, we should start proper re-entry. In fact, we should probably get a re-entry burn, shouldn't we, sometime?
At some point, yeah.
So 47, 43, you got re-entry.
And that's when it starts to get interesting.
Yeah, so we've had the relight. So basically, there isn't a... you got Starship entry. Starship then goes transonic at 3 minutes past the hour in flight. And then also goes subsonic. And we don't get now a relight until the landing burn, so we don't even get a re-entry burn. So everything's going to happen. All the basically it's going to rely upon the atmosphere to slow it down enough, and then we'll get.
Yes. There's
no.
And that landing burn obviously extremely crucial.
Yeah. And let's hope they do what they did last time and get it right next to those little boys. And I mean sea boys.
That's BUOY, of course, not.
Yeah. So that they can catch the images. I mean, the images they caught last time were absolutely fantastic. So, and this is another thing that how they've actually, adapted, and they are now so accurate. We've been able to put this thing almost on a pinhead.
Well,
and of course,
SpaceX did say that they could have landed it on the buoy had they so wished. It's amazing technology. It's absolutely amazing.
I mean, the thing is, it's probably come from the Falcon 9s. I mean, literally now, every time you see a Falcon 9 come back and land on one of the ships, or on land, it's dead on the X, and it's dead in the center. There's no ifs or buts about it. When you're looking at it as it comes out, you think, oh, it's not going to land in the center. It's going to be off. But when you see actually it comes in and lands, it just adjusts itself, plonk straight in the center.
Yeah.
And I said it's witchery. It's witchery. It's not. It can't be real life.
I know.
It's witchery.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's totally amazing. So what we're looking for now is the first hint of plasma collecting around the spacecraft as it plummets.
It looks like we've got it on the back end. Is that the back end or the front end that we're looking at? It looks like we're getting some build up of plasma.
Yeah.
That pink stream that's coming off it.
Yeah, the pink glow there, the plasma.
Yeah. Here we go.
Look, you can see it clearly now. Beautiful. And this is full 4K video from a ship descending through the atmosphere. I was just about to say that it just popped up the top right of the screen. Views by Starlink.
Views by Starlink.
Ooh.
Because we used to have, we used to get used to that when any of the capsules come back, you get that 2 or 3 minutes of radio blackout as it passes through this plasma side of the actual re-entry. So, because no radio signals can get through. So that was, I mean, I think the most nail-biting time was Apollo 13 when we were waiting for them to come back through after everything that they'd gone through to get so close. And then, of course, they're a little bit late with their radio signals, and everybody, oh no. But now it came through, and yeah, that was a big relief. I remember that. I can remember where I was when that happened. But the thing is, Apollo 13, when you look at it, by the time you got to Apollo 12 and Apollo 13, people were getting bored already. And one of the main things, as it turns out, with Apollo 13, when they did television broadcast live, the NASA didn't even bother broadcasting them because nobody was watching.
You're right, Paul.
So,
Re-entry looking smooth so far.
Yeah, it really is. So, unfortunately, the incident that happened with Apollo 13 reignited the interest in space travel again. So,
I remember I was just on my way out of the door to go to school, and my father was in the bathroom upstairs listening to the radio, and he popped his head out and he says, "Apollo's not going to the moon after all." And I thought, why not? They changed their mind, or got bored and decided to come back again. So he said, no, they've hit a problem. So yeah. Nail-biting times, Apollo 13. Unbelievable.
I'm assuming there's a reason why they keep going to the schematic rather than actually. I mean, look at that now. You can actually see it's definitely coming into the atmosphere now. And now we'll start to see where there's any problems once they deploy those fins. And of course, they'll be looking at them. They'll be studying them.
Did you see that they've stuck some tiles on the flaps?
Yeah, I did see on the top. Yeah, on the top of the flap. Or are they sensors monitoring where the heat buildup is on the flap?
Could be.
Because it seems a bit odd to put tiles on the top of the flap, which is not exposed. So I'm wondering whether or not they're actually sensors to see where the hot spots are on the tiles.
Could well be.
On the flaps, sorry, on the flaps.
Well,
hopefully we'll find out. But you can see the plasma streaming off there now. And again, what we've got to... who's that? Oh, Ferrodo. Oh, welcome, Ferrodo. I hope I'm probably saying that wrong. I do apologize.
I watched Apollo 13 in the theater in Salinas, California, after graduating from UC Santa Cruz. Go Slugs! Wow.
But yeah, it was.
Thanks for that.
It was an amazing.
Time ago now, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, we really got to. You can see the plasma streaming off there. It's going through. It's probably some of its most traumatic stages. They will start to deploy the fins soon, and then there we go. So we're getting a look at the view. It just seems strange if those are. I mean, they look like tiles because they're hexagonal, aren't they?
Yeah.
I wonder why they've.
Are they trying out a different type of tile by putting it in the hottest place imaginable?
Well, possibly could be the adhesive they're testing. But now we're going to start to see where we actually stand with this. And also remember, just keep an eye out for as it heats up. This fin heats up. They change in color. You'll see the color change.
Or do you think it was some kid on a youth training scheme and they just said to him, "Go and stick the tiles on the ship"? No, not there.
Oh, too late to take them off now.
Yeah.
So it's a half-finished game of checkers. And White's won. Well, White's lost. Sorry.
So we're starting to see beautiful reflection of the plasma in the flap.
And you can also see there's a color change.
Yeah.
You can see the flap moving, adjusting. You can see its attitude at the bottom. So it's coming in sort of engine first.
See, the way the SpaceX managed to do this is rather cunning, because when they did some modeling of the plasma that was going to be surrounding the Starship, they realized that because the Starship is so huge and travels so fast, there's a cone behind it where there is no plasma. and this enables them to transmit to the Starlink satellite through that cone.
Ah, right.
Which of course would be impossible with any other spaceship, simply because Starship is so much bigger than any other spaceship. It actually leaves a sort of a zone behind it, a narrow cone where there's no plasma, and they transmit the signals to the Starlink satellites, the video signals and the telemetry through that cone. So clever stuff.
So now we've also got to watch for ablating material and any possible large pieces that are popping off. So we'll have to, as you can see these faint streaks that shoot off there. That's parts of the heat shields ablating. So, but look at that lovely pink color.
Starting to see some surface detail on the Earth. Look at that.
Oh. Ooh. And that just goes to prove it's coming in bottom first, if you know what I mean.
Bottom first, yes.
As you can see, all the stuff of bits ablating off, rushing past the engine bay.
If you look at the graphic at the bottom right, you can see the angle it's coming at. So
yeah, its attitude,
now
as it says, it's got attitude.
Australia, the Indian Ocean. Yeah, holding a good attitude there.
Right,
wow.
1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. The ship is transonic, and then from 1 minute, 1 hour, 3 minutes, 52, it'll go subsonic.
So far, the flaps seem to be holding up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, touch wood. We aren't seeing like that we usually see by now that the tiles are starting. Some of the tiles are starting to disintegrate. We've got a bit of ablation, which is they're designed to do.
But the hinges are looking good so far.
Yeah, at the moment.
Yeah, there's.
We're just. I mean, this seems to be going textbook at the moment. Did I just see? I changed the image just as I looked. Want to look at the aft end again. Oh no, that's fine. Just thought I could see something possibly burning just before they've moved away. Just saw. And of course, remember what we've got to remember. There was, for some unknown reason, an explosion on the cowling side of the engines, wasn't it?
Yes.
Around them. So once they sort of, they were worried whether the engines would relight, but they all relit perfectly. So, but that was a bit of a fright because it went with quite a big bang. It failed. We're getting a bit of disruption. We can only expect some disruption.
Wow, look at that view.
Yeah. That's probably. I think they've widened the angle slightly on that view, and the engine's a lot more defined. Because I did notice, if it just when they did the relight, I don't know if you noticed the three inner vacuum engines, they gimbaled. You see them, so they moved apart before it ignited, and then they moved back together. The little group in the middle, E3 and E542.
Yeah.
That's so, but they gimbaled just as they.
Right.
Because I don't think the if I remember rightly, the larger engines, which are the what do they call them? The ones in the middle are the vacuum engines. They're designed to work in a vacuum, but the bigger ones are designed to work in the Earth's atmosphere. They don't gimbal. It's just the ones in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, the sea level Raptors.
Yeah, I can see there's a bit of if you look on that back flap towards the actual where the engines should be, it's getting a bit red. getting a bit warm.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, we haven't seen any of the breakups that we had before. And you can see the colours changing now on the actual medal itself.
Mm.
So as we said, we tend to watch the. As you can see, there's a gap between the actual fin itself and the body of the actual engine, and usually it tends to start towards the back of the on the right hand side. Just keep an eye on that end because that's where it tends to usually get the hottest by the looks of it. So, and that's where it usually tends to come through. But
and Paul says, nowhere near Asian sparks, as usual, and no flat burn through. They're getting better at it. They are, Paul. They're definitely getting better at this. But that could be because they were putting Starship was coming down at a much steeper angle. They were testing how far they could push it.
Yeah.
So I think on this flight it's coming down at a much shallower angle. If you look at the attitude, the graphic towards the bottom right,
it's beginning to flatten out now a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beginning to flatten out. It's nowhere near as steep as it was.
Yeah. And if you look where the actual time is, I think that's one of the catching nubs where it actually hooks on when they catch it. That looks like it's getting a bit warm.
Yeah.
That's one of the catching points, but everything seems fine at the moment. Fingers crossed, touch wood, and everything else, and
So it's now swung to near vertical again.
Yep.
Ooh.
We can
it's
obviously
going to start its
this as
land.
a different.
Yeah. So it's we said we're still in the re-entry stage. The Starship goes transonic, as I said, 1 minute and 3. Mind you, all the timers are slightly varying, so it may do it a little bit earlier. But it says 1 hour and 3 minutes.
A lot of cloud down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll cool it down.
The engine bay looks okay so far.
Yeah. Because also sometimes we've seen gases escaping and fuel escaping, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the past, so they've had to detonate the ship. So no, everything looks good. Fingers crossed at the moment. As you said, the attitude is nearly almost, it's not quite vertical. What's that? Probably about 35, 40 degrees? No, of course it's not. No, that's about...
That's probably about 70, 75 degrees. A lot of cloud down there over the sea.
Yeah.
But a lovely day by the look of it.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see the objectives for the next flight with the new booster after Christmas.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind betting that they go for an orbital flight almost immediately, if not on the next flight, then the one after.
I think I did hear somewhere on the grapevine that they were looking at the first flight of the next ship would be an orbital one. Because they've got to do it sometime.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And this looks far more...
No, this is not Starship.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm assuming this is off of a helicopter or something, or some sort.
Yeah.
Or a very tall ship.
Yeah, very tall ship.
Yes.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the worst part of the descent is over. Starship has survived, but not only just survived, it appears to have suffered minimal damage. In fact, I can't really
I
see
mean, the
any
engines are relit. It's doing its starting its landing burn. So all the engines, if you look in the bottom right hand, they all seem to have lit again.
Yeah.
Or are they waiting?
It's just the inner. Is it one or two that these? I think it's one or two that they use for the last burn, the landing burn.
Yeah, the landing burn. It says 3 to 2.
Yeah.
So it starts with 3 and then it goes to 2, and that's it. 1 minute and 6 seconds. That's just literally as it comes in. So
to do its belly flop, the famous belly flop maneuver that everybody said wouldn't work, and it worked first time, and it's worked since without any problems.
So we should be coming up to these engines igniting.
To swing the Starship into a vertical position for landing, and that should be coming up very soon.
Yeah, as Paul said, there are nowhere as many sparks as before. So yeah, exactly. This looks textbook.
Yeah.
And we need a good result.
Definitely.
Here's the little boy waiting.
Oh, there's a wave.
A bit of a swell on the sea. Not quite as calm as last time.
Oh well.
You expect to hear dun 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 dun. But
just don't kill
it's a little bit choppy there for it, isn't it? But
yeah.
Hopefully it's pointed in the right direction. As you see, the attitude's now gone virtually horizontal.
Yeah.
And it seems to be turning towards.
In fact, it's pitching downwards slightly.
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's just coming around to the southern. It's just facing south. Because if you look, you've got the equatorial. What you call the thing, and it seems to be turning around on that.
It's ting.
So where are we? So we're due for an engine burn soon.
Wow.
Look at that. That's lovely, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Perfect. Right, looks like it's subsonic now.
Yeah, it should be coming through transonic now, and then it'll be subsonic in any time now. Well, yeah, it should be subsonic now.
Yes.
And then in a couple of minutes we'll get those engine burns. So it's completely changed its attitude and its direction. Of course, this camera that we're on now is actually on one of the flaps, and so you can see it moving and adjusting, keeping it stable, and you can see the back one also doing the same, keeping it stable. So everything seems to be. You can see some vapor at the bottom, so that's possibly the engine cooling before the ignition.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, so
Can't be much longer now.
We're losing a bit of tape by the looks of it.
So the altitude is 5.7 kilometers and counting.
So it's about 3 miles up.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, got the front view this time.
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely engine chill.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
So we just got to watch
Meanwhile,
this
back
because that
at the
swung around. They swung around. Here we go. There, the engines are lit. If you look at the
3
graphic
engines,
and look at the
swung
altitude,
down.
at the attitude, it swung right round then.
We can actually.
Oh,
There we go.
here we go.
Here we go.
Ooh,
And wait for the bang.
there it is.
Wow.
Oh. And
There it is. There was the bang.
Yeah,
Whoa.
there's the bang. Ah. Well, that was absolutely perfect.
That was
Yep.
perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Expert.
totally normal. Viewers, we expected the ship to explode when the intensely hot vehicle hits the cold of the water. Everything fractures. The remaining fuel goes up, and that's it. End of story.
Mm.
So
Wow.
there we are.
So back
Yay.
to the data collection now. That was fantastic.
So there we are. Well, what do you think, guys?
Well,
Thoughts
about Perfect.
Absolutely perfect, as Roger said.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
Mm.
That was
No.
seemed to be totally textbook, the re-entry and everything. So yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely nothing wrong with the flaps at all. No leaks or anything. So
No, we didn't see nothing burn through, did we?
nothing
No.
at all.
No, nothing at all. Absolutely unbelievable.
It looked like they
So-
needed to replace a bit of tape that peeled off, but
Yeah.
you know, well, that's about it. It didn't. Looks like the
That's it.
tiles. We didn't see any tiles explode or break up.
Nope.
So that was all good. All good.
All good indeed. All good indeed. Well, there we are, viewers. So that's it for tonight. We thank you very much for joining us this late in the evening. It's it's 2:30 here in Spain. So thank you for being here. We do appreciate you spending your go away. We do appreciate you spending your time with us so late at night. It's lovely to have you here to share this with us. By all accounts, a totally 100% successful Starship flight. The next flight, as I said, will be in the new year now with the new Block 3 Super Heavy booster with its 22% more thrust and 8 meters more height. And that's it. But everything looked as if it went off like clockwork this time. Absolute clockwork. Paul, our pleasure for the coverage. You know, we like sharing these things with you. Very, very exciting. Great success, as you say. And don't forget, we'll be back later tonight at 8 p.m. UK time for our normal Tuesday live stream, where we'll be talking, among other things, about Comet 3i Atlas and giving you the lowdown on what's going on with the comet. We've got a few other things worked out as well, but we will have our normal features. We'll have Constellation of the Week, which we postponed from last week.
Yes.
We will have Einstein of the Week, our weekly delve through the nether regions of the internet to see what craziness people are coming up with about space and the universe. And as always, of course, Roger's weekly look at the night sky and the viewers gallery. And we'll have
got a stunning gallery this week. Lots of entries.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Stunning gallery. So,
And they're already up on the website.
There we are.
And I'll be talking about the first stars in the universe.
Yes, Daz is going to be telling us about the very first stars in the universe. And so we've got lots to look forward to later on the live stream. As normal, we hope you can join us at 8 p.m. UK time here on the channel for our Tuesday live stream. Don't forget the Space Oddities website, https://spaceoddities.space. And if you would like to support the channel, you can do so in a bewildering number of ways. Let me just put a few of them up for you. So if you'd like to support the channel, you can firstly buy us a coffee. And we're always in need of caffeine, of course, especially when we do these late nights. We do quite regularly. Whenever there's a major space mission, we cover it. So do click the link in the chat or scan the QR code to go to the Buy Me a Coffee site where you can buy us a coffee. Don't forget the Space Oddities shop as well, where you can buy some frankly beautiful Space Oddities t-shirts and hoodies. And if you'd like to make a donation directly to Space Oddities, then you can click the super chat icon underneath the chat window there to make a donation directly, no matter how huge. So we're very, very grateful for your support, because all of the money we receive goes to keeping us on the road, as it were. And you can join our Patreon as well, which is patreon.com/Space Oddities, where for just a few pounds a month, you get access to all the presentations that we deliver on our Tuesday live streams. Lots of videos, lots of really good stuff there. You can chat with us, chat with other members. We're trying to build a community over on Patreon. So head to patreon.com/Space Oddities and join our Patreon. And we're very, very grateful for that. So we will see you later this evening at 8 p.m. UK time for our Tuesday live stream. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. So from Daz and Roger and myself, we'd like to wish you a very good morning, and we'll hope to see you this evening.
Keep looking up.
Take care.
Absolutely.